Hey everyone, what's going on? It's BradPhusion here, and welcome back to my Space Engineers Survival series. Now, I'm going to start off by saying I'm sorry for there being a lack of episodes lately, and that is simply because when the latest update came out on Thursday, it had broken conveyors, which means that anything that had a conveyor on it when loading into the world, it would actually not load the object. So I didn't want to play this world here and risk losing Excalibur, because Excalibur had conveyor parts on it, and any modifications done to Excalibur might cause Excalibur to be deleted, and that is not what I wanted. So I had to hold off until a hotfix came out, and hotfix came out yesterday, so I was able to complete my welding, at least most of the welding on the hangar, and I decided to touch up Excalibur just a little teeny tiny bit, as well as making the hangar a little bit shorter. So this is what I've done so far. Now, I did increase the welding speed to quite a high number so I can get through a lot of this done quite quickly. But I've had to do a little bit of mining with the Bison, which I think Bison's either still over in the iron over there, because I found a really big vein, or is inside over here. I can't actually remember where I left him. No, okay, Bison's in here. I wasn't too sure about that. But I thought, because you guys had mentioned two things in the previous video, one is having a ship that can do some welding, and two is making this hangar a little bit shorter. Now, admittedly, I did cut back on the hangar size just a little bit. It was probably coming out about 10 or 20 extra blocks out this way, so I've cut it back a little bit more. It can now maybe just fit into Excalibur, so two larger ships, which I think is plenty of room here for a hangar anyways. And here I am. I've extended the gravitational field of the Excalibur so I can walk around here at my free will. But you might notice this little ship here, which I did use creative to copy and paste it in here. Now, I'm not going to be using this ship. It's what I've done in the past is I copy a ship in through creative, and then I build it using my survival equipment and tools and stuff. So this is more like the Bison MK2, I guess you'd say, or MK3, because I think that's actually a second variant of Bison inside there as well. So this would be the MK3, or maybe I'll name it something else. Maybe it won't be the Bison, it'll be like the Bison's big brother or something. But basically, this ship here has detachable weaponry parts on the front here. Or not so much weaponry parts, but detachable tools on the front. So if I wanted to, I can change this out for a welder, a grinder, or the drills, simply by detaching the merging blocks here, which is a new block that came out I think last week or the week before that, which I think is pretty cool. This thing also features two reactors which are inside each wing over here. It's got two large containers and a collector in case I ever need to collect any resources that way. So I quite like this ship. I will be building it in this episode simply because, like you guys said, I need something to do a lot of the welding, because admittedly welding all this took me about like an hour, even on like the fastest speed, simply because I think I had to do a fair bit of mining to get all the iron, all that. And I think actually, I'll just double check to see if a lot of it's processed yet. And I'll show you guys the slight fixes I've done. I'm actually surprised because a lot of this stuff back here stayed intact when I got hit. Now it's only, I think, that little bit there got broken. But other than that, these conveyors seem to be still intact here and functional, so luckily for me, I can actually... Do I still have... Yes, okay, so some of the ore's still left over. I think I was also building plates when I was working. I still got plates on me. There's 2k left in there. 10, 300. And there's 1,000 there, and so yeah, I was putting plates all over the place when I was building. But... that's most of the hangar done. I will be focusing next on a cargo room, which will be in the room behind here. So obviously when ships come in from their ventures or whatever, they'll stop off here, and then obviously they'll have to unload a fair bit of the cargo and stick it into a storage area, which I think will go right back here in its own separate room off to one side. We might have a medical bay on the other side, simply because if anyone's injured, they'll come in here and they quickly want to get to the medical bay. That'll be like an emergency room. So half medical bay and half storage area. So that's what I'm going to do. But first things first, I want to build this other ship here. I think I know how to build it, but the reason why it's here is simply because if I can't remember, I can just simply use this to reference things. So let me start building here. So how much energy do I have? I need a little bit more energy, and then I can start making the other ship. I'll need a lot of steel plates though. This would be fun. I think I'll fast forward through a lot of it though, just because I don't want to bore you guys with anything. So I'll most likely be fast forwarding a lot of the building stages. I'm pretty sure the welding speed still increased. I can't remember if the hotfix had broken that. It should be okay. I'll just double check on the Excalibur in a second here. So let me just quickly put down a block. Oh, where do I need to build on you? Everywhere, apparently. Let's stick one here. Got the right color? Let's see how quick this is. Yep, that's about how quick it was before, and it was still taking me quite a lot of time to get that done. But I did say that I fixed up a bit of Excalibur before, and that was mainly just touching up the front side. You'll see that in a second if I can fly out through the hole here. I just decided to just quickly patch up the front here, so now all it really needs is just the backwards thrusters. I've turned off a lot of the components inside Excalibur as well, just to save power. As you can tell, there's only a few lights here and there running because I wanted to be in the sort of like standby mode whilst I fix it up and fix everything else up. So, do I have enough? What do I need to make this thing? I can apparently make it. I need construction components, which I think I do have on me. So I'll start building it behind this ship over here, just so I can easily just look over and see what I need to do with it. So, well, I probably should build it above. I'll build it just up here. There we go. So, this ought to be fun. Yeah, I'm gonna start building now. So I will see you guys in a second. Hopefully, I have enough space on my hard drive to record all this. Yeah. So, see you guys in a sec. Okay, I'm going to stop fast forwarding just for a second here, simply because I'm going to be moving this ship, and I want to show you guys the whole merge blocks thing for anyone who hasn't actually seen it before. So I'm going to power up this ship for just a few seconds where you can detach these and move it up, just so I can have a better look at the ship as a whole. This is my current progress on the ship right now. It looks a little bit funky, actually. I do kind of like the whole wireframey side of it. I'm trying to build a lot of the internals first, and then start covering it up with the armor. So I've got a lot of the conveyors going. The conveyors actually reach into everything, so you, all the containers are connected, as well as the refinery, as well as the reactors. So if I ever do get some sort of uranium inside of the containers here, it'll go straight to the reactors to power the ship. So the ship will hopefully never run out of power. But I'll just turn this one on right now. So like I said, actually I can use part of the ship's function right now and drop the uranium into the hole here, which actually I just realized the ship actually isn't powered up, so I don't think the ship will even be using the collector. Oh, hang on. Yeah, no, I think because the ship's actually turned off, it won't actually use the collector, so that's interesting. Meaning I have no actual way of accessing any of the ports to put anything inside of it. That was unexpected, actually, but then again, I never expected myself to not have any power for this thing. That's disappointing. Let me just quickly deconstruct something here, and I'll quickly turn it on. Let's just get this out of the road here. We'll access this, and then if we put that in, we can then... Oh! Did it take power automatically? Oh, there you go. It's taking its power automatically, so that's awesome. Let me just quickly put this back on here now. Now obviously I should have made it so that in some way I should be able to access these containers by myself, and actually I thought I did have a way to do that. I just must have accidentally covered it up in some way, or maybe the containers were facing the wrong way. I actually can't remember why I left the containers inaccessible, but regardless, the ship is now working and everything. So now let me detach it here quickly. I'll fly forward. Now the ship is quite fast too, I should say. So now that I have the other things locked in here, I'm going to actually unlock the ship's landing gear. So as you guys can see, that it's only the utilities, or in this case the welder blocks that are locked into the ground. And now if I go to the merge blocks, turn off, I've now just disengaged the merge blocks. Now I can fly away and do whatever I need to do and replace the parts if I feel like changing out to other parts. And the ship still remains perfectly functional this way, which I think is kind of cool. So let me just get the ship up here. God, its gyroscopes are way too why do I have 6? Don't even know. There we go. We'll turn it down just a little bit here. I think because I wanted this thing to be extremely mobile and extremely fast as well. So there we go. We've got the ship detached now. And now it'll function like a normal ship, and like I said, I can change out whatever parts I want at any time, which is awesome. So now I can get back to building. I might actually leave one of these conveyors turned off, I think, so I can easily access one if I need to. But anyways, back to building now, so yet again, I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so I think I can actually say, or I think it's safe to say, that the majority of this ship is now actually complete, minus a few armor blocks that I'll have to stick on in a second. But I just kind of want to show you guys what I've actually done differently here. Now, if I show you guys the base ship, which is over here, it's actually disorientating being upside down. It originally had 2 landing gear. Now I've upped it to 3 just for a little bit of stability when landing, but I've also decided to add some heavy armor blocks around the reactor here. So as you guys can see down in there, and up along here, there's all heavy armor, and there's heavy armor here as well as inside of over there. So if I ever do get hit or attacked, at least I know that the reactor, the main power source, will still be powered up, so I can still at least attempt to get out of there. I don't want to cover the whole thing in heavy armor because I think that would be a little bit too slow moving, because I want this thing to still be fast, but I wanted it to be protect at least the main parts of the ship. So I'm just about to finish off the majority of it here by simply just putting by simply just putting in a few of the blocks here, and then that should be basically it. And that would mean that this ship is now done. So other than the actual utilities that I'll do on the front, but they're something completely separate. I will say though, a little tip for anyone who hasn't really used merge blocks all too often. I'll get to that in a second. So now it's literally just me closing this off. And I don't know where my speech is going. I was fine at the start, but I think because I've sat here for I don't know how long actually building this. It's probably been about half an hour or so. And I decided to record all of it for you guys because I figured you guys would enjoy watching it. Yeah, I was listening to music, and now that I come back, my speech is all like blah blah blah. But anyways, I mean, you guys, I think you guys should be used to that by now. My weird speech impediment that I seem to have. Anyways, I'm now sealing up all the holes, I guess, and it should be almost time to power up the ship and to give it a little test flight. I did put the gyroscopes also in a different place, so I also want to test out that because I think it has a little bit less gyroscopes than what the original over there has. So let's quickly cover this up here. And I think the top side still needs to be covered up as well. Actually, I don't know if I actually did that or not, but it is nice. I didn't realize how easy it is to build smaller ships in comparison to larger ones, because in my whole survival series, this would be the second smallest ship I've made. Well, I mean, the second if you count the 2 versions of the Bison being the one ship. So, if you count Bison 1 and Bison 2 as being 2 different ones, then this will be the 3rd ship I've ever made in the survival series. So, for the fact that these only require, at least these blocks here, only require 1 steel plate per block, it's so much easier to just build something like this. Like, this has taken me not that long, as where Excalibur there took me, I think, 3 or 4 episodes, so easily like maybe 4 hours to build. So it was like I said, it's quite surprising to see how much time difference there is between the two. Did I put you right on the bottom? I was thinking of actually putting heavy armor in there just because the behind area. I don't think it's really going to be necessary, but I can still put it in there anyways, so let me just quickly do that. I got used to flicking between the 2 keys here, so I can just do it quickly like that. I think there's also more space over here as well, actually. What have all this space in the ship that I've never noticed before? I don't know if there was all this space on the last one. Can I not get right down to the bottom down there? Maybe there's something stopping me, actually. I can't tell. It seems like it's out of range. Oh, there's something there blocking it, but I can't tell what it would be blocking it. It's not the reactor. It's not the oh, I'm actually putting down a thruster. I'm an idiot. Here I am wondering why the block wouldn't go down one, realizing I'm putting down a thruster instead. Whoopsies. Anyways. We'll just quickly cover this in, because I didn't realize there was that much of a gap behind the reactor here. So, now that there is, I can actually fill these in and make it a little bit more protected. Well, yeah, like I said, it will slow down my ship a little bit. I think a little bit of extra protection is well worth it. And plus, people won't expect it. They'll look at the ship on the outside and see all this light armor, and when they attack me, they'll realize they've got a fair amount of heavy armor underneath the, underneath. So let me just quickly do this again here. So you. There we go. Gotta make sure my fingers are on the right keys here. I've actually enjoyed making this, surprisingly enough. I didn't really like building Excalibur simply because it was such a big ship. But building this one here, and by the way, I haven't actually got a name for it, so if you guys would like to name it in the comment section down below, you guys are more than welcome to. Oops, wrong place. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the ship and what what it should be called. And I think that'll be the question of today, actually, because that's all I've really done today is build this one ship, and I think you guys might like it. I don't know, I like it. Not to say I like it more than the Bison, because the Bison was my first ship ever, so obviously the Bison's going to have some sort of importance over this one, but I do like the ship. I do like the... I don't know. I don't really know what it is I like about it. It's just that sort of ship that I built, and I guess maybe I'm slightly proud of it. Maybe that's why I like the ship. But regardless, I'll finish this up here, take it out for a test flight, and I think I'll end the episode here, and then I'll focus on the next room of the larger ship, which also doesn't have a name yet. But I think for today's episode, I'll just stick to asking you guys what this ship should be called. And there we go. Just gotta cover in the little top part there. Put in the what is it? Put in the uranium. And I can power it up and fly it away. And then hopefully not crash it, because if I crash that'd be like the worst thing to happen to me. What is it? Just gotta cover the top section now, I think? Yep. That's it. Just cover the top section. Actually, I'll cover the top section by myself. That's not really something I need to bother you guys with. A little bit of uranium. Actually, I'll take the uranium out of this one, because this one isn't exactly needed here anymore. So, let me go around here. Did I fix that up? I didn't think I fixed it. Thought I actually got rid of it. Okay, there we go. And now I can just grab out all the uranium. Sorry, ship. There we go. That ship's now powered down. I forgot, I did say I was going to leave one of these things open. Oh well, I think that, yeah, actually, I'll do that. I'll cover this up so it'll look like it's just a normal thing. Actually, hang on, I don't know why things flicker when I change objects. It's been happening since the update. I'm not too sure what it is. Now, that looks stupid. Get rid of that. I'll just stick that in there. There we go. That'll be okay for me to grab things in and out of. Alright. Okay, so now if we put in the uranium, take it away, ship. There we go. The ship's now taken the uranium. So now we have the ship powered up, and it looks kind of cool. I love the engines on the back. Something I seem to do a fair bit with my ships is put engines on the back in like these really weird places. Like, well, I can't really show you guys with Excalibur. Not that Excalibur's slightly destroyed, but like the X shape was something I didn't really intend on doing, but it happened anyway. So, let's take the ship out for a flight, but first I want to talk to you guys what I said before about the merge blocks, and something that I kind of noticed, and I think maybe a lot of you guys have noticed it as well, but you don't actually have to create the two objects you want separately to begin with. So for example, if I want to make this attachment, I don't have to make it like how it is right now, separate, and then connect it. I can actually build it onto the ship itself straight away. So for example, if I come over here right now, I can actually just turn this around, place it on there, and then start building the component I want first, and then later on I can actually go into the ship and just decouple it as I would do with a normal thing that's connected via merge block. So that's just a little tip for you guys who haven't really experimented much with the merge blocks, and if you want to, you can just make something already connected to the ship. That's how you do it. You just gotta place it on backwards. Anyway, I'll grind that away, and let's take the ship out for a flight. So, oh god, let me save first. I'm very, very nervous. That was a quick save, actually. So let's go for a flight here. A little bit slower than normal, I think. I don't think it would really matter much if I crash. I should say, by the way, I did turn off asteroids because a lot of you guys said it was just simply an annoyance, and I think I have to agree with you guys that I think it is as well. So I've kept it off for the most part, just because I didn't really want to be bothered with it too much. This is kind of cool. I actually like how this thing handles. It handles quite nicely. It kind of like drifts around a little bit, and it's kind of cool. But yeah, no, decent speed. I'm flying at around, well, at least I was flying at around about 70. Oh, there we go. I was wondering when I was finally going to hit something then. Did I actually destroy anything? Oh, I did. Wow, how did the cockpit survive that? Out of all things, everything on the inside was destroyed except for the cockpit. Wow. Anyways, I think I'll just revert back to the save after this. Oh, well, since I'm going to crash, I might as well crash it, you know, for the sake of glory. Let me turn off the dampeners here and spin. Oh wait, I forgot I can die too. Oh, don't tell me the game's crashed. Well, I think the game might have actually crashed. Oh no, there we go. It actually finally rejected me. Let me spawn and check out the ship and see how badly damaged it actually is. And then, like I said, I'll just go back to the save point. I want to do something interesting for the end. It crashed up here. Where's that big rock there instead? Oh no, it's probably because the rock's in the road. I didn't actually see the rock there. Let's have a look at the poor thing. And let's see actually if the heavy armor protected a lot of the components. So there we go, we've got pieces drifting all over the place. And, well, actually, oh wow, there's magical sparks. It's pretty. Yeah, no, the heavy armor didn't protect crap. I don't know what I can't actually touch whatever's there. It's, oh no, there we go, I got through it. It's kicking me back, it's actually kind of cool. Anyways. Poor ship. Okay, so like I said, thank you guys for watching. What do you think I should call the new ship? I'm guessing it's going to be like Bison's bigger brother. So I'm not going to be calling it Bison. I'm going to be calling it something else. So let me know in the comment section down below. And I want to thank you guys for watching. And I will see you guys next time. Stay awesome, everyone.